Well, just a day after federal trustees warned Congress that Social Security Retirement Trust Fund will go insolvent by 2033, a U.S. House subcommittee met to question Social Security Commissioner Frank Bisignano about the program's future. Now, the program's insolvency, funded by taxpayers, it's automatically triggering a benefit cut of 22% or more, impacting more than 60 million American retirees, 43% of whom rely on Social Security for the majority of their income. Yet, lawmakers barely touched on ways to address the fund's depletion during that 2-hour hearing Wednesday. Instead, the Center Square reporter, Therese Boudreau, reports Democrats grilled the commissioner over local office closures and argued that benefits should be expanded, while Republicans praised the commissioner's efforts to improve customer service, payout efficiency, and fraud prevention. Now, although subcommittee chairman, Republican Kansas U.S. Rep. Ron Estes acknowledged the fast-approaching insolvency deadline, his only proposed solution was to focus on preventing improper benefit payments.
Yesterday, the 2026 Annual Trustees Report was released. The findings on this report are a stark reminder of the urgency before us. The OASI Trust Fund is projected to reach insolvency in 2032. Protecting and strengthening Social Security requires absolute fiscal sanity and strict oversight. Every single dollar lost to administrative error, inefficiency, or improper payments is a dollar stolen from the benefits of hardworking Americans. In fiscal year 2024 alone, SSA improperly made billions in overpayments and underpayments. We must continue to deploy advanced automation tools and human common sense to prevent these errors from happening, to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse, and protect this vital lifeline for generations to come. Commissioner Bisignano, you have proven your strong leadership and private sector efficiency can break through some federal stagnation to dramatically improve customer service.
Now, the billions in erroneous payments made per year constitute only a fraction of the $1.6 trillion spent on Social Security benefits in 2025. Federal spending on seniors' benefits, which includes both Social Security and Medicare, is projected to make up the majority of the federal budget by 2036. In order for current benefit levels to remain as they are post-insolvency, a median wage earner making $60,000 annually would need to pay an additional $2,600 in annual taxes, according to a Cato Institute analysis. Now, otherwise, if Congress fails to implement program reforms in the near future, seniors could face an average monthly benefit cut of $500 in 2032. Missouri Republican U.S. Representative Jason Smith said something has to be done.
Congress needs to get their act together to address Social Security and the insolvency that's coming, instead of poking blame at other people whenever it is our duty and our responsibility. And so there's only been a couple changes to Social Security in the last 40 years. One of them was under my chairmanship with WEP GPO just in 2025. But we've seen nothing in years past. And so I hope, Commissioner, our colleagues will come together, both Republican and Democrat, to do it for those people who rely on Social Security. My mother, do it for people like my mother, that's all she has.
Now, Congress has avoided any Social Security reforms that would adjust benefits in any direction but upwards, consequently speeding up insolvency rather than solving it. The most recent changes lawmakers made to Social Security include the Democrat-led Social Security Fairness Act, which became law in January 2025 and accelerated insolvency by 6 months. Then Republicans' One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which became law in 2025 of July. It pushed forward the insolvency date by another 6 months to a year. Commissioner of Social Security, he offered no suggestions on how Congress could delay that insolvency.
Like I said, I always thought my job was to make it perform as well as possible so you all have a set of options and choices to decide on how this great American program, which is, fundamentally called by some the largest insurance program out there. Others could call it the largest retirement program out there. Anyway, the idea is to make it perform well so you all can make the decision.
Thank you for your service, Commissioner. Thanks for that information.
Now, meanwhile, budget watchdog groups have spent years warning Congress about insolvency. Organizations like the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget have suggested dozens of ways to restore solvency and strengthen retirement security, such as transitioning to a flat benefit and slowing benefit growth for higher earners. And telling the Center Square, the organization said if there's one thing we need policymakers to learn from the latest pulse check on Social Security, it's this. Social Security's insolvency is no longer the future crisis Washington's been ignoring for decades. They went on to say that this can be avoided with policy changes to benefits, revenues, or a combination. Now, most of the proposals, however, would prove politically unpopular with Americans age 65 and older, who are the most likely participants in those benefits. More than 80% of senior citizens are registered to vote, and nearly 75% voted in 2024, the highest share of any group. Now, if no plan is in place, many expect benefits to be cut by 22% across the board. Notably, the Social Security Administration has not guaranteed future benefits to Americans who are currently paying into the system. Without proposing any concrete ways to preserve benefits and delay insolvency, House lawmakers adjourned that committee earlier this week. Some legislators said to have some time to get some things done without affecting anybody that's already on Social Security, but that clock, it's ticking. You can follow that story and many more at thecentersquare.com.